All right, here we go. And it is Benji LynnYahweh, the host of That's Your Opinion, because it is. When you're on this show, of course, your opinion is value. We're not gonna go back and forth on this show. We're gonna value your opinion. I'm here today with my co-host Nisha, the Memphis
Hey,
here, straight out of Memphis. Kind of introduce yourself, let them know who you are and what you do, where you from.
hey, you guys. I am Nisha B, the Memphis Slayer, and I model, I do acting, I do it all. So I'm pretty much like here and there. So, yes, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, the South Side.
Okay. Okay. And then my other co-host would be Felicia McCray. Tell them who you are, what you do, where you're from.
Alicia McCray from Gary, Indiana, originally reside in Memphis, Tennessee. Now I'm a professional driver over the road.
Okay.
And in the movie, producer, Benji, Yahweh,
Mm,
ain't grown yet. Stay tuned. It's going to be a great movie.
great.
And also am in the ministry
Yep.
or getting
Okay.
in myself involved in ministry in different levels that whatever way that I'm led or needed.
All right. I like to hear that. Okay. And what about you, Miss Kendra Johnson? You got your mic off.
Hey everybody, my name is Kendra
Hey,
Johnson
Kendra.
and hello. I'm originally from South Carolina, but I recently just made a move and I wanted to get acclimated first and then get into the field really. But I'm an actress, model, I'm a multidisciplinary and I do it all wherever I'm led. And I'm enjoying what I'm doing with Benji and the rest of the family, as I call it.
Aw, man, we love you too, Kendra Johnson. Kendra Johnson is actually the assistant for this film. Ain't grown yet. She's also going to be my personal assistant as well as my PR. Kendra, we think a lot of you. We appreciate what you do for the team, sending all those emails and getting all those sizes. Hey, you are not underlooked at all. So we're gonna start this show off, and I'm trying to ask this question right here because I know y'all been snowed in, so you ain't had nothing to do all day, but on y'all side, because she's in Texas, Kendra is, and she's snowed in, and y'all in Memphis, and y'all snowed in. So y'all had no choice but to kind of eat, sleep, and watch TV, and take a boo-boo, of course. But while you at home, I know y'all done seen what's going on. I know y'all done seen how ICE has done cracked down in Minnesota and then went and killed another citizen, another American citizen. Someone who did not have a criminal background, someone who was carrying legally and he did not pull his weapon at all. Someone that was just standing on as a bystander on the sidewalk. He wasn't even in the crowd with the protesters filming. He could have been coming out of a store. He could have been coming from anywhere and just stopped and pulled his camera out, and now he's dead. You see, and I don't know if you guys seen all the videos, but it's really terrible. He was a nurse, and that's the last thing we want to lose is nurses, especially in this time. And like I said, he was an athlete, so I just want to say, condolences to his family. The first show we had was Amanda Moore. Then there will have to get the accurate name, but there was a black gentleman out here in LA. I shared it on my page a few minutes ago. And then this guy, Alex Purdy. So tell me, Felicia, how do you feel about everything that's going on in Minnesota? Do you think that it's just, gone too far, or you think there's something that needs to be done?
I think it's just by chance that ICE is conducting the way that they have in Minnesota, particularly with the fatal shootings that has happened with Alex Peretti recently. And although I'm in Houston, Texas
Mm-hmm.
uh, today, uh, I did see some of the videos and
Yeah,
I caught them earlier, and it was quite terrible
terrible.
to see actually, and they were very um, pretty. They had him blurred out, but it was vivid,
Very.
needless to say. And what I think about it is this: I know they said that he was armed, and the little bit that I saw up until now, you say that he did not pull it out. So my question would be, why did they shoot him? I mean, they were protesting. He was in the protest and everything, but I think also too that it comes a point to where we know that they will shoot. We know that they will get really rough with
Mhm.
the citizens
Yeah.
of the United States. It just up to us not to even trigger that in a
Mhm.
sense. And I'm not condoning the shooting by far. Don't
Mhm.
get me wrong. I think it's terrible. And I
Mhm.
think that ICE really comes out too quickly, too prematurely with
Mhm.
the force and the authority that they have.
Mhm.
That's
Right.
that's wrong. And
Right.
I think really something needs to be done with that either. I
Right.
don't know, pulling them out,
Yeah.
but they're going to do the same thing at the next city that they go to.
Yeah.
It,
Okay.
it, it responds to citizens like that.
Yes.
But I really think the use and abuse of their authority is completely in effect, and the chief and commander of this country give them the right to do so and act accordingly, and that's wrong as well.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So we have about 2 to 3 minutes per question because I know that we're going to have to end up logging back on for probably like the last two questions. But we're going to try to beat that time frame. Nisha, how do you feel about that situation that happened over the last few days with Ice and Alex Pretty?
To be honest with you, I think that it has been going like overboard with craziness. The reason why I say overboard with craziness is that I feel like there was an unnecessary act. Cause
Yes.
like I feel like anybody should have the right to have a voice,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to speak, whether it's protesting or whether it is just speaking normally out.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they did him, I just felt like it should have been another way around it. I don't feel like even if he was to say something or did something, I feel like it should have been a better addressment. Like even whoever is over ICE or in control of ICE, I just feel like ICE is really not put here for the right reasons. I feel like that it's put here for all the wrong reasons. The correct reason that they supposed to be here for, it's like it's not nothing happening. It's nothing being seen for them to be here. They supposed to be protecting people's on the street getting other things off like drugs or
Mm-hmm.
violent people, but they are taking it and using it against our own kind. And I just feel like it was just right down just selfish of them to
Very.
be taking things in their own hand. It's starting to get out of control, and I feel there should be some type of self-control, some type of respect to the people in the community as well, their families or their children, their loved ones. They're not thinking, they're not stopping to think like what damages this can cause,
Yeah.
with all the threats and the things that they be doing. And I even seen some ICE now where they bombing people, throwing things in people vehicles. Just outrageous. I just feel like it just unnecessary. That's it. That's all I got to say about that. I just feel like no, Donald Trump just really brought him in for all the wrong reasons. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it should be something done about it. I really feel like we really don't need ICE, to be honest with you, because ICE is causing a lot of like deadly crimes. And that was one of the reasons why they were supposed to be here to protect, just as well as an officer to protect and serve. And that's not happening. I feel like that was just wrong,
Yeah,
you know.
our civil rights is definitely being violated at this point.
Yeah.
And it's not even about Mexicans anymore or
Right. It's not even about the racism
anymore.
no
Right.
more.
It's not
It's
It's
about
about
that at
about
all.
the
all people, and it's going to
yeah.
cause us that war, the racial war that we've all heard about for the last 10 to 15 years that was going to come.
I just
Because
feel like it's a distraction. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like all it is just a distraction.
hmm A lot of times the stuff is scripted and distraction, but this is in the Bible. This is in the Word. He talked about the president that everyone would love and they would vote for, that would destroy and cause war, and that's exactly what you're seeing. You're
Hmm.
seeing revelations come to life and take place at this moment. So I know that a lot of things have been scripted because I'm in Hollywood and we hear about it, but at the end of the day, this is
Right.
real life. This is not scripted.
Yeah.
This is real.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this, Kendra? Let's get your insight.
Well, listen, first of all, they from the beginning, did you see that they sprayed this man with a substance and they're not telling exactly what that substance was.
Hmm.
And they literally beat him. So they tortured him before they even sat there and shot him.
Wow.
And then it's still
Yes, I saw
ongoing.
that.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's still ongoing investigation. So anytime they say they ongoing investigation, that means something's up.
Yep.
That means
Yes.
Yep.
something they're not
Yeah,
telling
that's like
us.
the second, third
Yep.
video
Yep.
I saw. I'm
Like
like, wait a minute, they
seriously.
beat this man first.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's
it
not
was like
right.
they literally depleted like his rights. They really went overboard.
You're right. Well, let me ask you this. Felicia, to keep time going, I think I've already kind of put a little bit of my insight on it. I really don't think that it's right. I am not for ICE whatsoever. If
Mhm.
I was, out and about and I saw, someone being attacked, would I jump in? Probably not. But would I do what I could to distract it? Yes, I'd probably throw a brick at a cop or hit him in the head if I feel like he's about to kill somebody with something from afar or pull out my whatever, you know what I'm saying, and do whatever I need to do to save the person because it's about our people. I'm
Yeah.
not really for ICE and anything that administration has going on. So yeah, it's definitely terrible. I hate to see that, and I'm so glad to see, some of the groups that's come out to try to stand up and that will stand up, to fight for what's right for our people. Shout out to those people. What would you do, Felicia, if you was faced with aggression from a federal agent, or if you was forced to get in a car, would you comply, resist, or would you escape? What would you do?
I would initially comply because I really just choose to be calm and peaceful, initially not trigger anymore. They already find out they don't need too many reasons to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So against that, even if I know I'm being peaceful and they just grab me from afar just
Mm-hmm.
because I'm in the midst of 20 people that are aggravated and throwing things and
Yeah.
and trying to piss them off and everything like that, I would stay calm with that. My reaction would be hurtful. I would feel sad. I would feel disappointed because I would be mistreated. But I think if you just remain calm and just do what they say do, then just kind of let that, in a sense, not blow over, but move on
Yeah.
and away from you. That will probably be the best thing to do in these days because they don't need a reason. If you raise your hand any kind of way to look like you're getting ready to strike,
That's it right there.
that's you.
For real though. That's what I've been seeing. Now let's hear from Nisha because we're trying to keep this down because I know we'll have to log back on, like I said, one more time, and I'm trying to prevent that. You had a great answer. I love all y'all's opinions. This show's rocking. Y'all looking good. Let's go, Nisha. Tell me, what would you do? Would you comply? Would you resist or escape if you was faced with aggression from a federal agent from the ICE administration? What would you do?
I think I would try to now in my mind will tell me escape, but I'm gonna try to comply because if I escape, I ain't no telling what's gonna happen to me. So I would try to be calm at the same time, be respectful enough so that answer question anything that may be that they ask me or something like that. Try to have a little bit of respect just to see how far it goes or whatnot. So basically, I wouldn't want to cause no harm to myself. But you can comply and still have danger come to you. So, on that kind of question, it's kind of for me hard to say whether I will, escape, comply, or do other because I mean you just never know the unexpected. You
You
just
probably wouldn't escape, but it don't have the outcome don't have to be fatal.
yeah.
Also,
No, it don't. But I would try to be calm as collective as I can be. I could try to comply.
right.
That's the only thing that I can do is try to comply with what they want me to do.
Right, exactly. Okay, what about you, Kendra? What would you do? I can't wait to hear.
I would most definitely comply because
Okay.
first of all, let I might be the situation that they needed to get rid of him
Mm-hmm.
because he probably already had cases on him. Most of the
Right.
time, it'd be bully cops that they do this consistently to a lot of people, and they're just waiting on the last person to sit there and just throw them under.
Right. Right.
Or even that to come to surface once they, something like this will get publicized because this is, something that's highly in the media nowadays, and all it takes is for something like this and to exploit them and say, and they'll look back in 1996. Oh, well, you know what? He did
Right.
this before, he or she,
Yeah,
and did it just go from there? It's a domino effect.
Right. Exactly.
yeah. These
And
days,
everything will always work out for the best in the end.
Yeah, I think
mm-hmm.
so too. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Well, for me, I feel like I gotta at least try to get away because I feel like I've seen and witnessed so many people that was just standing there and they got killed. So I'm like, well, what are they gonna do to me? And now I did see where they had one guy so far that, and I talked about this on episode 1. This is episode 3, where they sent him back, and he was like, "Yeah, I came back. They sent me back." But there's so many people that's missing still, and unaccountable for, and they've been gone for months and months. So I had to think about that because my kids are dependent on me. Am I gonna
Mm.
let them take me and comply? No, I'm gonna run if I can. Now, if I can't, I ain't gonna get shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Virgo. I'm gonna
Right,
always observe, look around. You know what I'm saying? That's what we
right.
do. We not just gonna jump in and know anything. We always taking notes. But if
Yeah.
I see fit and I see you coming from a mile away, then I'm gone, baby. I'm just
Oh, for a mile away,
running
yeah.
over you and
Or two.
everything with my
Okay,
car.
so,
I'm just being
so
honest.
you
A
So
know,
don't
mile
come for
away.
me.
at
So
that
don't
moment,
come
you
for
just caught
me.
up in a stuck situation. That's why I said I will. You never know what you would do in that situation until you
Yep.
actually put yourself in that
Yep.
situation to
Yep.
understand and know
Of
whether
course.
you're gonna run or not. It's
Yep.
hard to
I know
say these.
I don't say I
Yep.
know I'm not gonna run. I'm not gonna run. I mean, getting ready to get shot in my back. And
That's
I'm not
why I
coming
Well,
back.
that's
If
if
I
they
do,
that's
get
if they
away. Don't come
well
back.
that's
And
if
it'll get
that's
you.
if they got their
Now,
guns out. Of course you're not gonna run. I'm talking about like if you see them from a far away, like some people have been able to get away this week. I've been watching it laughing, my butt off actually at the people who have gotten away. It's so funny, it's hilarious. Like the delivery man on his little scooter, he got away. So like if you get a chance to get away, run. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
you
They
never
take
just
know.
me
don't
on
think
foot and
I
stuff
let
like
them
that.
get
yeah,
you.
if
Yeah,
you say it
That's
like
crazy.
that.
I'll
for
bolt.
real. For real though, but if you right up on me, you got your weapon, then I'm an actress. I'm definitely going.
Yeah.
I'm going to acting
Exactly.
for. Oh, you so cute. Oh,
Be
you
extra.
handsome. You so handsome. Why you ain't gotta be so rough?
Why you so
Oh,
aggressive?
let me. I
I like
got
to
you.
hear that.
I got you. For real though, I'm gonna put my acting skills out. If I get put in that situation, I'm put that.
Look, that probably don't even work for them, knowing them. They
I'm
don't
like, you
work.
ain't even got to be that rough, sir.
I'm not gonna have to say
So,
anything.
No.
so
That's it. I'm gonna talk my way up out of it. God didn't make us cute for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
Because
I
I
had to
had
get
just
some
friends on
gas.
what they also
I'm not
taking
gonna
them.
say
I had to
That's
get
anything.
some
what I had
gas.
concerns
Oh,
on.
you want to get for real
I'm
though?
not
You want
gonna
to
have
see my
to.
ID? Sure. But if I get a chance to run away, I'm out. I'm just telling you. Now I know we spent a lot of time, on that question, but it was definitely necessary on everything. And it was definitely a good question,
Yes,
uh,
it was.
to ask, and it's definitely something that we're gonna come back to because it's getting worse and worse. So where do you see the world in 3 years, Felicia?
Where I see the world, I see the world. I see
As far
AI.
as let me let me re-question this. Where do you see the world in 3 years, financially, economically, and as far as our freedom?
Uh, financially, is that freedom? I don't. What freedom?
Well,
I
when I say freedom, I'm saying right now, this is what they call freedom, and that's what they're trying to take away from us slowly but surely. So, where do you see the world in 3 years?
yes. I see Trump out of office, and hopefully, the next chief that comes in will be able to administer a good program for the country in order for us to be more productive, financially, open up a lot of job markets. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, a lot of us start our own businesses,
Mm-hmm.
women and men of color, particularly, and to get out there and do what we call what the old Black Wall Street and get that back in effect again everywhere.
Hey, that's it right there.
And
You know what I'm
support
saying?
our own. Let's come up and step up and and invest into properties and get into real estate
That's it
and
right there.
know, develop a couple few have banks out, black owned banks. Let's put ourselves out there in the forefront, be a part
Amen.
of what we call this society or this freedom, if you will. I do believe that we're stronger as a people,
Mm-hmm.
and where we kind of shunned before because of society, what we've been used to, acclimated to, brainwashed to, we're not now, and that's going to get even stronger and stronger as time go by.
Yep, 10 seconds.
We'll be able to develop and become stronger financially and productively over the next 3 years. I see that increase in elevation.
Okay. I like your opinion. Okay, Nisha, what's your opinion on that one? Where do you see the world in 3 years financially? You
To
know.
be honest, I like what she said. She said majority of a lot of things.
Mhm.
But I do see the world in 3 years, like more people coming together because it's already more people getting into church now. I see more people open their minds up clearly to understand, to see things clearly. I see more, I say, living for the people that couldn't do things for themselves, like the elderlies. I do see a future for the children, but however else in 3 years, I'm not sure how it might become or whatnot. But I also see that Donald Trump is not being in the office. I see him being impeached in 3 years to where we can get someone better, hoping not Vance to take his place because I think he's worse. I do see the food prices going down, a little bit more. I see a lot of more government assistance for the people that's needing help. So actually, I do see a lot of changes than it is now, but I also see a lot of fighting for,
Yep.
cleaning up the mess that he messed up in the White House.
Oh
So
yeah.
of Donald Trump,
Right.
because it's gonna
That's
be
gonna be a
it's
good
gonna take
thing.
a village to clean up all the mess that he's got going on now. So it's gonna take more than probably 3 years to straighten out all the things that he did. So
Yeah. Yeah. What
you
about
know,
you, Kendra?
Well, I see in 3 years the lower class, the middle class, they will no longer be the lower class. They will be richer because they've learned how to survive and all the stuff that we've been going through, and they're making it worse and worse for us, or feel like they are. But at the end of the day, it's making us survive. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
yeah,
the economy, the ones that are rich, the ones that's panicking right now
Yeah.
because they're like, hey, they go out and they spend more. What do they do? What does the rich do? They go out and they spend money every time they're stressed
Yeah. Mm.
or panicking. So we learning to survive, and I just feel like it's gonna be definitely much better in 3 years for the ones that were, the lower class or the middle class.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the government, everybody keep picking the same type of president. So
Yeah.
I don't
For
I don't feel
real.
like that's gonna get any better. And they
Yeah.
keep complying with everything the president has to say. So
Yeah, for sure.
it's gonna be more of the ones that don't believe in it, just or the ones that sit there and just watch and see what's going on.
Yeah, I
mm,
agree. I agree that everybody complies. They jump on the bad bandwagon because it's not a
Right.
lot of
Exactly.
leaders anymore. Everybody's followers. You know what I'm saying? And they do what's trending and what looks cool. What they see everybody else do instead of being the one to be like, I am gonna be the one to say this shit ain't right. Damn it.
Right. And
Yeah,
right.
then
yeah.
and
You know
Right.
then
what I'm
sit there and
saying?
regret it.
I'm gonna
For
be the
women,
Rosa. I'm gonna be the Rosa Parks. I'm gonna be the Martin Luther King, the Malcolm X. Where you at? Where you at? We got all
no,
these gang members. We got
yeah,
all these people got
that is
all these
true. Women in the office.
guns. We got
Exactly.
people got felony charge for having all these guns. Police constantly taking y'all's guns. But are y'all ready? You know what I'm saying? That's my question to the hood. Are you ready?
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying? Y'all ready when somebody disrespects you. what more disrespect can you get than somebody about to come for your children? Somebody about to come in your hood, somebody about to knock on your door, somebody about to go in your children's schools and yank your child up, even though you know that you are an American. So, this was a good topic. We're gonna move on to another topic. Let's get into children. Should children who are, because this is another thing I've been saying, I'm so sick of it. Oh my God. Should children, or I mean, should people who sexually assault children lose their reproductive rights? And when I say, I just saw a story today of a 13-year-old girl who was missing, and they found her in Philadelphia in a basement, and she was lured there. And then our people against our own people, men, black men, and women having sex with her repeatedly every single day. And then luckily, her mom and her family was able to relocate her through her computer and her messages and bring her back home. But she had already been gone for a while, already been raped by these grown men, big men. I'm one dude looked like he was a serial killer. And then a girl, they used a female to go pick the child up. So this is like the thing. When I say if it ain't the government, it's our own people enslaving our children. Any mother that's leaving their kids with a man at this point, okay, I'm just gonna tell you, man, you suck. And it came from Benji. I'm just gonna keep it real, baby, because if you a mother and you have a child and you go and you make your children call all these men daddy when you think they daddy, and you leaving these and you ain't even known him for 3, 4 months, and you got your kids calling him daddy, and then when he's gone, the next nigga daddy. And you keep repetitively repeating this cycle, one of those guys gonna touch your child. I'm just letting you know.
Yes,
You think he looking at you because you got a body? No, baby, he looking at your developing teenager. So whenever y'all stop doing that, I would be so glad. So Felicia, how you feel about that? And then after this question, we're gonna stop and we're gonna get on the next Zoom and finish because we're halfway finished. Felicia, how you feel
that's
about
it.
this question?
It's a spirit, and they those folks need help. But I tell you one thing though, if something like that happened over here in one of these other countries, their reproductive system will be cut off.
Girl, what you said?
Or they'd chop that off.
So,
I know, right?
What you do, you steal
Lord,
it,
man.
cut your hand off.
that's it. That's what they do.
You lie, they cut your tongue off.
That's what they do.
You molest a child, they cut
Yeah.
your reproductive system off.
That's what
And
they
I
do.
think they all should get what they deserve. It is a spirit, it's the demon, it's the
It's
devil.
a
I
demonic
say
spirit.
It
it's a
sure is.
spirit. It's unclean and it's
Yep.
not right. It's unjustifiable, and all those people should be charged and held accountable to the highest, strictest
Most definitely. I agree. What do you think, Nisha?
of the law.
I agree with Miss Felicia. I think to me it's a demonic spirit. Like they can't control themselves. So I feel like they deserve to get everything shut off. Like no, they don't deserve to have none of that. No, 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 nothing. Not even deserve to be around children at this point.
Mm,
So yes, I agree with her. I agree with her 100% on what she's saying. I mean, she said a mouthful just then.
mm.
Like I agree with it.
Yep.
They don't. So
What do you
no.
think, Kendra? How you feel?
Benji, I'm gonna be honest. I really had to think about this one because at the end of the day, I I believe in God, and He says we all have sinned and fallen short. So how can we say one sin is worse than the other?
Mm-hmm.
We've all done something wrong
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day.
True.
So how can we judge somebody? So my thing is, I can see, okay, I'll say it like